Fiona, my dearest, if there's one thing I know, it's that love is full of surprises.
What's up, anime lovers? As you know, this channel has been completely reorganized to anime battle breakdowns. And the anime battle breakdown that I'll be doing specifically right now is the Siege of the Magical Castle in Shrek 2. Let's just get into it.
Fiona, my princess, would you honor me with a dance?
After some conniving, the fairy godmother had crafted a spell where if Prince Charming kissed Fiona, she would fall for him. This was an issue since Fiona was with Shrek, and that's who she had always wanted to be. Both Fiona and Shrek had been ogres in the past, and that's a story for another video, which of course I'll do because all I'm ever doing is anime now. Looking at this video specifically though, Shrek, now as a human, has been inspired to create a rebellion against the king who was currently in on turning Fiona into the love puppet of Prince Charming. So in order to combat this, as stated, Shrek would create a rebellion and go to fight the king and his forces.
Alright, big fella, let's crash this party!
In order to do this, they would need a lot of firepower, and they would get that firepower by creating life. Ultimately, Shrek would lead the rebels right to the front gate of the castle. Interestingly, while castle forces were deployed, the party to entice Fiona to kiss Prince Charming would continue, even though they were under siege. It's weird that with the attack coming, they wouldn't attempt to evacuate or get somewhere safe. Indeed, at the end, everyone seemed surprised that there was an attack. If I'm being charitable, I assume that perhaps the fairy godmother had cast a spell so that everyone was unaware of what was occurring, or possibly they just didn't care. Castle defenders, in order to stop him, would utilize catapults to try and destroy the monstrosity of God, which only pissed it off. Unfortunately, they would only get one shot, and subsequent attempts to hit the bread boy would fail. This would force the king's forces to fall back to using hot milk to stop him.
Oh, watch out!
The newbies would at first use too much foam, causing only further issues and bringing back the Mary Tyler Moore style. They would correct this, of course, and the hot milk would savage the living pastry. But sorry for them, it would come too late as rebel forces were able to slip into the gate and open them completely. Rebellion leaders would show little concern for the loss of the sentient being, it having served its purposes, and ignore the cries of the smaller brother as they pushed forward into the inner sanctum of the castle. The guardsmen would still be pretty stout, putting up a valiant defense, but be ill-equipped for the cavalry raid. Oh yeah, the rebellion also had a horse as well, but just one. Though even with this cavalry support, internal forces would still be able to catch up, giving the twists and turns of the castle, slowing everything down.
Today, I repay my debt.
Puss in Boots, a renowned swordsman, would stay behind to repay his debt to the leader of the rebellion and fight the remaining guards 6-on-1. This would be successful as the rebel leader, Shrek, as I've mentioned, would make it to the dance party and, well, again, that's another video I'll break down at another time. Thanks so much for being a supporter of my Anime Battle Breakdown channel, guys. Happy 1st of April, and I'll see you on the next Anime Battle Breakdown.